Tell me if this sounds familiar. You end up getting off a long shift, you come home, and the only thing you want to do is sit on the couch. Or most importantly, you get home late at night and the first thing you do is go for the pantry. And one of the biggest lies most tradesmen tell themselves is that they need more discipline in order to achieve their fat loss goals. When the reality is that you are constantly fighting your willpower the second you clock out. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down today exactly how you can never feel burnt out again, restore your energy levels, and create a positive system that's not going to fail you on your hardest days. And this is exactly how my clients have lost over 20 pounds in their first 2 months working 6-hour weeks and even night shifts. Because what I'm about to give you is a simplistic framework that can be applied in any given scenario that is designed to never fail you. How many times have you told yourself that you just need more discipline, or that you're just not motivated, or that you don't have the time to make things work? Because I've been there before. And the reason why you constantly fall short, whether it's the day after or 2 weeks after, is because you're constantly fighting willpower every single day. And what that effect feels like is a string that has so much tension that it eventually snaps. And as a result of this, it's not a motivation problem, it's a decision problem. You most likely wake up super early and then you go work for majority of your day and you come home, and the second you get home, you're probably thinking to yourself, what am I going to do? And the second you have to negotiate with yourself is the exact instance where everything falls apart, because you're trying to operate at a 10 out of 10 when your body is operating at a 3 out of 10. And psychology says it best. People who make the hardest decisions earlier in the day end up becoming the most successful ones, opposed to the people who make it later on in the evening. Your mental capacity is so low that your brain's just going to default to whatever's convenient. And so your issue isn't the fact that you're not disciplined enough, it's that you are running on an empty tank. And the issue isn't a lack of discipline, it's making too many decisions when you're already exhausted. And as a regular human being, we all have to make decisions inside of our day, whether it's what to eat, how much work stress we have, the physical demand, maybe it's family stress, finances, skipping breakfast, staying up super late, and most importantly, dealing with the mental and physical stress that your job brings every single day. You need to subtract things from your life instead of adding. And the studies say it best. On blue-collar workers, shift workers, or even high-stress manual laborers confirm that occupational burnout, nervous system stress, and decision fatigue directly sabotage your fat loss goals. And so your brain's prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for making decisions in your life, is constantly burnt out. And all that stress is a compound effect of why it's been so hard for you to lose weight. And the problem with the fitness industry and most other coaches, they tell you, is they're speaking upon their own lived experience. People will only give you insight on the experiences that they have. And so if someone's never worked in a construction job and they work a 9 to 5 at a desk all day, the likelihood of them understanding your situation is very slim to none. They have no clue what it feels like to get off a 12-hour shift and expect to go hit the gym and take care and provide for a family. And that's exactly why I incorporated the number 3 formula. What this is a simplistic formula that makes sure even on your worst days, you never fall apart. I want you to stop for a second and picture your goals in your life as if it was a boat. It floats on top of the water and it never sinks and goes under, right? And so if we can apply the same concept to every single week you start over, you're probably ending up like the image here on the right, which is the Titanic. It's going to sink and go below sea level. And what happens when you continuously do this is you're proving to yourself that you're a failure, that you're not worthy of seeing these results, or that that's just the way your life is. And that is exactly why having an anchor protocol is so important, because it ensures that no matter how hectic your day is, you will always be moving the needle forward and getting 1% better. And so the way we can construct this anchor point is simply doing one thing every single day, whether it's your meal plan, maybe it's just committing to a 30 or even 15-minute workout. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier, or planning out your next day, right? Making your lunch the night before so you can grab it. One simplistic system that is going to move you forward that has the least resistance possible. And what we're doing here is proving to ourselves that we're not going to fall back into the same old pattern. Now that we have the anchor set in place, we need to make sure that anchor doesn't sink. And that's where we create our safety net, which is preparing for the worst day. Pick one weekly task to set yourself up, whether that's grocery shopping in bulk, meal prepping your food on Sunday morning, planning out the hardest tasks for the coming week. Maybe you have family commitments. Maybe you have a big financial decision. Plan the hardest things first so that that decision is already made. Reducing your screen time 30 minutes before bed to prioritize recovery. And lastly, it's going to be creating a gas station protocol list. And I want to pause you for a second. Do you notice the pattern that's occurring? We are removing stress. We are removing decisions. We are removing things that are getting you further away from your goal. And lastly is creating a reward system. Your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to be consistent. Rewarding yourselves is going to help spike your dopamine. It's going to keep you more motivated, and it's going to create that longevity aspect for you to stay more energized and enjoy the process. And what this looks like is having a cheat meal on the weekends, right? Buying yourself something. Maybe you want a new set of clothes. Maybe you want to go on a vacation. Take a day off. Rest and recover. Write down your wins, or just go talk to someone. Be social. Whatever your passion is outside of work, I want you to dive deeply into that, because fitness and fat loss is supposed to add to your life, not take away from it. And what this reinforcement is doing is teaching you how to be okay with doing hard things, and it's reinforcing the likelihood of you to do these hard behaviors again. And with time and consistency, you are going to buy back months and years of energy that has been wasted, because you are telling yourself that you can do hard things even on the worst days. And that's exactly what we did with my client Evan, because he came to me working night shifts. He was constantly exhausted, eating fast food, and as soon as we built systems for his busy schedule and not against it, he was able to lose 5 pounds in his first week, repair damaged relationships with loved ones, and most importantly was to rebuild his appetite, as the night shifts completely ruined that for him. And this is exactly why you probably lost the weight and regained it back numerous times throughout your life, because most fat loss coaches don't understand what it's like to live as a blue collar worker, and most importantly the biology around stress and how your body is able to lose weight. And that's exactly why my clients have had such a high success rate, because they've had things built for them, not what someone else wanted them to be. And if you're a blue collar man who's struggling to feel confident in his own skin and just lose that weight for good and keep it off, then click the link below and book a free one-on-one call with me, where we can go over your exact situation, or DM me on Instagram the word shift, and I'll reach out and see if I can help you out in any way.